John,
If
you're
it's a
frozen.
ghost.
Oh, I thought you were frozen. That was
No.
amazing Frozen acting.
Well, he won't have much fun in Statesville Prison from now on.
That was brilliant Frozen acting. Let's do it again.
Okay. Yeah. Paul, if it's a ghost, why does it hurt?
I don't know. Maybe it's a gentle ghost. Unless it's the ghost of Gentle Ben.
Good
And then
evening.
he'd obviously rip your anus off.
He'd try and cuddle you, but he'd kill you.
Yeah, he'd kill you with cuddly kindness.
Oh.
Wasn't the kid in Gentle Ben the kid who's then grown up and is in all the Ron Howard films?
Yeah, it's Clint Howard, his brother.
Clint Howard, yes, that's right.
Oh.
Clint Howard, who's also in Star Trek.
He is.
His job is to go, ha, 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 ha.
And his full name is, of course, Clintorus.
Right.
And you know what? I can never find him. We've already got comments. We've got lots of people saying good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good
They're,
evening.
they're all talking amongst themselves. Fuck them.
Oh, that's charming, that is.
Isn't it?
Good evening, my lord. Would you like me to come in your cocoa as usual? Yes, thank you very much, Carruthers, if you would.
I'd like to give the participation award this week to Claire Monty, who messaged me earlier to say that she's going to sneakily watch us from work. And she says, evening all, watching this from my work until I finish at 11, contemplating closing the hotel desk to watch this. So, thanks,
right, thank God. Because for an awful moment, I thought she might work in like air traffic control or something.
Yeah, no,
she's really vital.
She's driving the new Costa Concordia.
Hang on, I've got a question for her. Are there people in the hotel, or is it spooky quiet because
this is the Shining Hotel?
Because of cough COVID.
Cough COVID, as it's now called.
Yeah, cough COVID is what Boris called it today.
Did he?
Well, he might as well have. He just went.
Yeah.
Good for London. Good for London. Good for London. Then all the
COVID.
And all the numbskulls fell out the side of his head because they'd all died
of malnutrition.
No, of madness and boredom.
The ones inside his head are very much living in The Shining, aren't they? They're all just staring out of the window.
Yeah. I would think if there are numbskulls in Boris Johnson's head, they're all literally crammed right against inside, obviously his eyes, and they're just pissing. Just pissing on the inside of the eyes.
Joanna asks what wine I'm drinking. I'm drinking a Hardy Chardonnay. As Ricardo Montalban would say, delicious.
Delicious.
And Claire says there are about 15 people, but they can sod off until this finishes.
Oh, that's nice. Is that your policy?
They're all dead.
I'm having a Cote de Bloody Rhone, mate.
Cote de Rhone. Ooh, look at you. Oh. What's everyone else doing? What's Rome doing burning while you drink that?
I don't know. I can't answer that.
No.
Because it makes no sense, sir.
Are you working in Farage's illegal immigrant hotel? Good profile picture, Justin.
Oh, that's a lovely profile pic.
That's Roger Moore's stunt double from View to a Kill.
Nice.
There's been an incident with chocolate mousse in room 18. Nice one, Tim. They've got it on the Valance. What's a Valance? Oh, God, not another dirty protest. This is just Becoming Partridge. Becoming Partridge, coming soon to HBO.
He's got a new little mini-series coming out that you have to buy, don't you, to hear?
Oh, on Audible.
Yeah, he's doing his own little mini Partridge podcast.
Yeah. Good for
I have heard a couple, and they are absolutely brilliant.
From the Oast House.
Yeah. Somebody's going for a big walk, and he keeps going past this house that he really likes the look of. And he's going on a walk, and he decides he'll have a quick sneak around because he doesn't think anyone's in. So he literally breaks into their house to have a look around, and then the owner comes back. It's just very funny.
Tim says, please tell me that John and Paul have had a wee since last week. I've had one. Really big one, though.
Yeah, you had a huge one, didn't you? Yeah. No, I've had several.
Oh,
several good old-fashioned wees.
At our age, that's good.
When you can
not too many, though.
Oh no! Why? Why? It's too many.
Too many means you might have a problem.
What if you wee a lot?
Yeah, with your prospectus.
I thought if your prospectus wasn't working, you couldn't wee.
I don't know. I mean,
Right.
I just know that you have to get your
So
prospectus in order.
so you're not a qualified doctor, just to
No.
right. Okay, so I can. All right.
No, I'm strictly an amateur.
Right. You just dabble.
Dwayne coming in with the heavy questions.
Does Bigfoot exist? I'm going to say no.
Yeah, but there's one. I will always watch documentaries where people go looking for Bigfoot because they always meet very mad people.
Yeah,
they're always worth watching.
No, Bigfoot doesn't exist. I'll tell you what. Obviously, the hairy hands exist on Dartmoor. That's a proven fact.
The hairy hands.
Yeah, the hairy hands, mate. If you're driving on Dartmoor on a certain stretch of road, beware, because 2 hairy hands will appear on your steering wheel, and you'll crash and die.
That's just giving Richard Keys a lift home. The hairy hands. What?
Yeah, the hairy hands. Yeah, disembodied hands. And they're very hairy.
Why are they hairy?
Well, I don't shoot the messenger, John.
I will.
All right, well, shoot the fucking messenger. Then you'll never know any more about the hairy hands of.
The hairy hands point to Trago Mills.
Sometimes they do. If there's a sale on, they give you a big hairy thumb up.
Does Wigfield exist? I thought I saw her once, but it could have been a mirage. It's possible. John has lovely hair. Thank you.
Ah,
that's nice. Unless you're being sarcastic. I'm not sure.
Anyone with no avatar, I can never.
Yeah, and they're called John Constantine. They might be. They might be mocking me.
No, but you know who this is? This is the Russians we've been hearing about.
Oh right. Well,
we will infiltrate JP Special.
If you're not careful, when you're away, all the R's might be backwards.
You won't know your elbow from your arsehole.
Bigfoot, big cock.
Well, it stands to reason, doesn't it? They do say.
Well, I don't know. I've got big feet.
Right. Yeah, and I've got tiny feet. Yet
you are excellent at dancing.
I've got size 5 feet.
You haven't.
I do, genuinely.
Oh,
they are the dinky. I'm sorry, I'm wearing my pants, by the way.
God.
They're really small.
Jesus Christ.
It's 34 degrees, John.
I know, but no one wants to see your junk at 8:30 in the evening.
We're past the watershed.
Well, we saw the watershed just then.
You can see me junk. I'm sorry, but it's sweltering.
I'm sorry, but if you're going to do that again, we're going to have to start charging people. And I mean aggressively.
Aggressive charging.
I should say, by the way, that I am not a doctor, but I do see my patients in my toilet because I find the toilet's the best place to hold a practice. Yes, you've got size 5 feet and no trousers on.
Sometimes 6 if I'm in the right shoe or trainer.
That's very dainty.
I've got little dainty ballerina feet.
You have, and I have noticed you walk very daintily.
I do, yeah. Like
you seem to kind of drift.
I know, like a sort of modern John Inman.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got size 12 feet.
Get the fuck away.
No, I have, yeah. I'm not showing it. I'm not getting my junk out.
Mind you can't get the fuck away. Take your ages with those fucking clodhoppers.
It would.
Take you hours to do up your shoes.
Yeah, it does.
You must have about a yard of laces to get those fucking catcher's mitts all done up.
Fucking gum boots I have to wear. Yeah.
I mean, diver bell boots for you, mate.
Well, I can't buy shoes in shops.
I can't abide shoes.
I can't. No, I always go into a shoe shop. And
right.
I say, you're not a shoe shop, like a trendy trainer shop. And I say, can I have this? Did you have this in a size 12? And they always say, I'll go and check for you.
They go, all right, I'll go and have a look in the fucking canoe section. You're like, come on, this just.
Yeah.
Because I get the opposite when I'll go, do you have this in a size 5 or 6? They go, all right, I'll ask fucking Tinkerbell.
I'll go and check the children's section.
Well, no, I can. I usually purchase most of my footwear at TK Maxx at my own leisure, and can quite often go to the far end of the child section, just spilling in to the man's section of size 6, because that's the lowest they go is 6.
No, I have to order one online because, long story short, they never have my size in shops.
Do they? What? No, well, they wouldn't, would they?
No, they never do. They always come back and say, "Got a 10." I always think, I mean, my feet aren't size 10. I mean, luckily, while you were gone, I cut the end of my feet off, so perfect.
Right. So what we should do, because I'm a bit skint at the moment. I haven't worked in ages. So if you buy a size 12 shoe and you cut both of them in half, then I'll have 4 pairs of shoes out of that.
Well, what will I have?
You'll have the knowledge of doing a bloody good thing for children in need.
Oh, you could be the new Pudsey.
Hang on.
No, don't stand up. Oh, okay. I thought you were going to stand up again.
Please give Jen.
I don't want to see your Pudsey bear.
I'll turn around and I'll show you me Nookie bear. No.
No wonder he's got an eye missing. You didn't warn him.
If you're lucky, you'll see Spit the dog. Ow, cheap. Cheap. Cheap, that was. Cheap. Oh, dear. Cheap. Do you remember Allman Cheap?
Were they a band?
No, there was a kids show. It's a kids show.
Oh, Orm and Cheap.
Orm and Cheap.
Yes, I do.
Narrated by Richard Bryars.
Oh,
beautiful.
He did Rhubarb and Custard as well.
He did, yeah.
He'd say
Wogan did Stop It and Tidy Up.
He did Stop It and Tidy Up.
Stop It and Tidy Up.
And Chaz and Dave did the theme tune to Bangers and Mash.
They did, yeah.
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 Why was Harry and the Hendersons called Bigfoot and the Hendersons in this country? I think it's because they wanted to be. It was. No, when it came out, it was called Bigfoot and the Hendersons. I guess because they were just thought that no one would know what it meant.
Right. And Michael's got a Rodney Bewes as his avatar. I was just reading a thing today on Twitter about Rodney Bewes and James Bolam and how they fucking loathed each other. But didn't it also say that Bewes made a lot of it up about Bolam trying to have it banned? Well, Bolam was apparently notoriously quiet and methodical and quite, method, and just went to work, smiled, did his job, and left. Bewes was a proper ode. And I'll tell you another thing about when I was working with Melvin Hayes, and he just sort of pontificate forever. And Robin Asquith once did a thread on Twitter about Bewes. I remember when I can't remember when it was, about how he was in a farce with Bewes. And that probably a Ray Cooney. Probably, and that Bewes was wankered every night. Yeah. There's lots of stories about loads of people working with him going, he's all right, but he doesn't shut up, and he's a bit bitchy and moany. And also, I think because Bewes never had the career that Bolam had after Lightning Lads, whereas Bolam just kept being in stuff. Yeah. And Bewes just never really was. No. I mean, he couldn't even sing the Bewes. No. He couldn't even sing the Bewes in bars and 12 or less. Claire says, I've been to reception desk to check some guests in, and all I can hear talk is, what the fuck you miss? You missed Paul basically exposing himself. I didn't expose myself. It's just, it's 34 degrees in London. Actually, it's not. It's 36 in London because London's always a bit warmer. Right. So I'm happened to be in you're lucky I wore this. I was nearly going to get me pierced nipples out. Of which I have 4. This is too much. The standard Devon 4. Bewes used to eat in my parents' pub. No matter how busy it was, he always made a point of walking into the kitchen after his meal to thank my mother for the meal for 20 minutes. Oh, that's sort of... I bet he ruined a lot of boiled eggs. I'm very sorry about your 4-minute omelette, Mrs. Oubliette, but this is a 22-minute omelette. It's rock hard. Here's your money back. Blame Bewes. And I'll tell you another thing about when I was working with Patricia Hayes. It's lucky he didn't turn up with his twin, because the Bewes brothers are wanted by a large amount of the government.
No, it wasn't very good, was it?
But you know what? It was honest and it was raw.
Claire says there's 28 degrees in Edinburgh, which is an inferno for a Scottish
Fuck me,
person.
that is really, really, really hot for Edinburgh because it would be round about this time that I would be going to the Edinburgh Festival.
Yeah.
So, I just got a picture on my Facebook going 5 years today, and it was a picture of me, Dan Mersh, and Michael Legg all about to get on the train at King's Cross. Like, fuck's sake, another month of it. Obviously, we loved it, but 28 in Edinburgh—that's unheard of. It's normally the annual fucking monsoon season.
Yeah.
And it's 18 if it's a fucking touch.
Well, you know what they say?
What's that?
No, I don't know either. I was asking.
Oh, right. Nobody knows. Buse is awful in Resurrection of the Daleks. Yeah, he fucking is. He's absolutely dreadful. Which is a shame because it's a really good Doctor Who.
It's only just occurred to me we're the test audience for Paul's OnlyFans.
Yes.
You know what OnlyFans is?
No.
No, it's like a subscription service where you, if you were a famous person,
right,
who perhaps wasn't having a nice time,
right,
you could go on OnlyFans and expose yourself privately to your fans.
What?
Yeah.
Well, what's the? Hang on. So what? So famous people can go and just show their cock and balls and boobs and fanny.
I assume so. Someone told me recently that Kerry Katona now does that. She doesn't show her cock, and I'm surprised. Maybe
I heard that was the last job that Peter Sallis had.
That's right. Yeah. He said, "Oh, I'm wearing the wrong trousers. I'll have to take them off sexily."
Oh, hang on, me colostomy back.
And then he starts hearing the saxophone from Guilty. What's that song called? What's that? George Michael song? Careless Whisper.
Yeah. Careless Postman. That's the one.
Yeah. Careless Whisper.
Careless Postman.
OnlyFans is the name of an air conditioning shop in Bodmin. No, it isn't, Tim.
No, but listen, it could be.
Leslie Grantham did indeed pioneer it.
Yeah. He was very much the Voyager by NASA sent out into pervert space. Be the first to land on someone's laptop.
The Voyager.
And get his junk out.
The Vija.
Yeah, he showed his Vija.
He certainly did. He was sucking his fingers, wasn't he?
Oh God.
Please don't ask this question. I had to beep this out when Paul said it on the podcast.
No, yeah, I once mentioned what it could have been, and it was so filthy and not fitting the podcast that we were doing.
I beeped it out.
And then the next day I had to say to John, please bleep that out. Because it was disgusting.
It was disgusting.
I'd be more than happy to find out what you think is in Compost Matchbox, because I've got horrible ideas of what it is. I don't have a dream catcher, but if I did, I'd imagine I'd have to be sluicing it out every morning because of the filthy thoughts that would have collected in it overnight whilst I dream about the contents of Compost Matchbox.
You'd be out the front in the morning sort of ringing it out. Your dream catcher.
Look, whatever's in it, because every time people look at it, they go, oh! So it's either got to be something extremely sexual or something extremely libelous and racist.
It could be like, because Christie, John Halliday Christie.
Yeah, the only thing, maybe he's got Hitler's cock, and the moustache just laying over it.
Well, it was in the news this week that Hitler's got a micro penis.
He did have a micro penis, so that could fit into a little pack of swans.
Which means that you can cook it in the microwave very quickly. And it'll be ready.
2 minutes, but then leave for 1 minute.
Do you remember when microchips came out? How exciting it was.
Amazing.
My mum used to get them, and I'd be home in summer holidays from school or something.
They have that
in the microwave.
Oh, they have that rich taste of cardboard, don't they?
Cardboard. Well, the trick I used to do is I used to open the flap, chuck in the salt, close the flap, shake it.
Oh,
and you add lovely chips.
Then you had lovely chips, but
a
then
bunch of fucking chips.
Didn't they just stick into one big sort of omni chip?
Yeah, they weren't good. They were horrible.
Chip nest.
Chip nest.
Yeah,
which is the name of.
If you're really depressed, you have one of those chips in the microwave, and then you have it with one of the microwave Chicago 10 pizzas, and they can both share the plate of shame. 3 minutes.
Share the congealed
3 minutes. You've got a wonderful dinner of doom.
Let's not think about that.
No, let's not think about that. I'll tell you what we should think about. Tell you what we should think about, Jonathan Rain.
What's
We
that?
should think about having a game of Blankety Blank.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And appearing tonight on
Blankety Blank,
Blankety Blank, David Hamilton,
Blankety Blank, Blankety Blank,
June Whitfield,
Blankety Blank, Blankety
Derek Nimmo,
Blankety Blank,
Wendy Richards,
Blankety Blank, Blankety Blank,
Kenny Everett, Sally James,
Blankety Blank, Blankety Blank, Blankety Blank,
and here's your host on Terry Wogan.
Avast thee, mine hearties! It old tell himself, OTW, back down briefly, however, from the old Cloud N, open brackets INE9, for another game of the old Blankety Blank. Now, old Tell can't hang around for long. He's in the middle of a game of Crudo. Now, what's that? What's that, you say? Yeah, Crudo.
What's that?
Well, it's a bit like Cluedo there, John, but it's a little bit risque and rude. Crudo, we've made it up on the old Cloud9, and I tell you what, I've got old Charlie Drake over a barrel. He seems to think that it was old Colonel Mustard in the S&M room with a butt plug. But I tell you what, he's wrong. He's wrong. But I'm not here to tell you about all my frolics in the old upstairs cloud in the sky. I've come down for a lovely old game of the super match. Now, the first person to type in Wogan's Woolly Wolverine is the first person to play.
Okay, before we start, Terry.
Oh, yes.
We were contacted in the week, me and Paul. Sorry, he's popped out for just expose himself again.
Right.
We were contacted in the week by our usual guest in the comments, Polyester Gibbs.
Cronies, I'm afraid.
Polyester Gibbs, who sadly can't be here this week because he's had to pop into hospital. So we just like to dedicate this week's JP special to Polyester Gibbs.
Absolutely, and I believe that fine fellow is going to mend well. And he was watching a bit of the old TV channel, Talking Pictures, and he was very much enjoying what he was watching. And I wish him a speedy recovery.
Yeah.
In fact, I wish him blank well, fucking well.
Good.
Oh, hang on. Tell
meanwhile, Matt Crow.
Matt Crow, as I live and breathe with your Charlie Brown avatar.
Yeah.
No, that's true. I don't breathe. Mind you, even when I was alive, I never breathed through my mouth. I breathe through an auxiliary gill just underneath scrotum. Now, it's time for a game of super match. Now, John, you're going to like this because the legend is Rain.
Oh, wow.
Rain Blank. Rain Blank. So have a think there, Matt, and I'll provide an answer. John will provide an answer. You can come up with one of your own. So it's Rain Blank. Now, over to John. Christ, I'm running out of Johns. John Craven. Craven.
Hi, Terry. Well, I was recently doing an
episode. John. Sorry to interrupt you there. I need to ask a question about the old country file.
Please.
Is the file itself mainly about pedophiles?
Yes.
Right. And how do you feel about the old news round being knocked off of the old television airwaves?
I think it's a fucking disgrace.
A fucking disgrace, says Jay Craven. You can put that on your red tops in the morning.
Yeah, please do.
So Tom, you've been having a little think.
Yeah.
The old super match was Rain Blank. What say you, Craven? Sir Craven of News?
Well, Terry, I've been thinking about this a lot, and I thought about how John Rain, who was here before, when he was at school, everyone used to call him Rain Man.
I'm
going to go with Rain Man.
Poor old John Rain on the wrong tracks of Borstal. But he did all right in the end. He got 2 GCSEs, one in home ec and one in running. Now, Rain it was. You say Rain Man, the old popular film there, and I'm going to go for Rain Mac. Oh, yes, Return of the Mac. Or Matt, you can go for one of your own. And I can see that Matt has gone for one of his own. And I tell you what, It's a beautifully formed answer. It trips off the tongue beautifully.
Mhm.
Rain Basilica. Rain Basilica.
Mm.
You might be in with a MF chance there. Are you ready for 50 bloody lonesome blanks? What is it? Let's find out. It is rain clowns.
Rain clowns.
Rain clowns, you know, the old clowns you see in the rain.
Yeah.
And they bring you jollity. But some people, of course, they scare the living bejesus out of.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I remember when old Tell used to get conjunctivitis, his old nose would go red, and old Mrs. W used to think a clown was climbing into the bed with her, and she'd scream the house down. Never mind there, Matt. Rain clowns didn't win you the answer, but you never know. You might get Basilica for 100 blanks. Let's find out what it says. For 100 blanks, it is, of course. Oh, it's so close, it almost trips off the tongue in the same way. It's rain sommelier. You know, when you want
Oh.
best rainwater in the world, you have to, well, you have to talk to a rain sommelier. They'll be able to tell you the right stuff to have, you know. This one's a touch acidic. This one's cascaded down the back of a prostitute in Rotherham. Whatever it is, it's amazing stuff, the old rain sommelier. It takes up to 9 years to be trained as a rain sommelier. But let's see now. Maybe you can redeem yourself, Matt. Come on now. Let's all think it. Let's all positive thoughts. Rain Basilica. Rain Basilica. Come along now. For 150 blanks, the answer, of course, is... It's so ruddy well close, it hurts. It's Rain Voodoo. Rain Voodoo. Of course, was the most popular answer there. So I'm very sorry, Matt, but I tell you what, old Tell was so impressed with Basilica, because to be honest, that's the sort of thing that old Paul would write. Basilica as a beautiful answer for a beautiful man, despite all the scarring. A wonderful fella. I'll be back a little bit later on. He's going to pop back up now to old Cloud N, open brackets INE9, for probably another gadabout with another celebrity chum of mine. But I'll be back a bit later and we'll have another super match. But until then, Avanti!
Goodbye, Terry.
And appearing tonight on
Blankety blank, blankety blank,
David Hamilton,
blankety blank, blankety blank,
June Whitfield,
blankety blank, blankety blank,
Derek Nimmo,
blankety blank,
Wendy Richards,
blankety blank, blankety blank,
Kenny Everett, Sally James,
blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety blank,
and here's your host on Terry Wogan.
The phone lines are open if you want to call in on 0898 50 50 50. Calls cost 87 pence per second, and please ask a bill payer before you ring up. If you don't know anyone called bill payer, please ask your parents.
And do remember that 48 pence of every call will go to a wonderful charity that John and I are supporting, which is Masks for Families, where what we're doing during these terrible times is we're going to create a very large mask that can fit up to 9 people. And then you can all converge inside the mask.
We did have some VT with a family having that with, a background saying, the road is long. But I forgot to include it.
Yeah, and of course they all died. So
they all died. They all got coronavirus and they died.
They all got the C of the A, which is the worst.
But at least they didn't get something unpleasant, because tonight we're all playing for the grand prize.
Welcome to the journey of a lifetime. Shetland. Why travel to expensive places like the Bahamas or Hawaii when you can have paradise for £6 a night?
Yeah, do you need the
Peugeot Chalet systems, shared toilets, fixed windows. Some are broken. And don't let Junior spend the entire holiday playing on the arcade machine.
Whatever you do, don't mention the AIDS.
Okay, I won't. It's AIDS free now, okay? Fuck.
So keep playing.
We had a wonderful time, didn't we, John, at Shitland about 4 or 5 years ago. We spent a long long weekend there, which turned out to be about 3 months.
Yeah, we got stuck there.
Yeah, you managed to get hepatitis D,
D.
which is
I mean,
something that's unheard of.
baffled science.
Yeah,
They
baffled.
thought I
science.
was turning into a well devil,
Right.
but it actually turned out to be Hep D,
It did. Yeah,
Hmm.
Hep D.
which I then used as my rapper name.
Well, it's a great name, isn't it? Hep D coming at you.
Yeah, Hep D.
Too much to be aggressive with you.
Hep D. Down with the G. Looking
Yeah.
out the window at the ITV. So it's just perfect.
Perfect for you. Yeah.
Because I haven't got it here. The Across the Road has got it.
But Shitland. I know a lot of people are going to sort of say, "Oh, Shitland is shit." But do you know what?
I like
They're-
to say it's ironic.
Very ironic. I was saying it was ironic all the way until A&E.
I know.
Ironic
You mean anal and enemas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
all the way.
All the
All-
way.
And by the way, our beautiful and polished, glistening, healthy listeners, look at our lovely backdrop this week.
What do you think?
Isn't it lovely? It's
Look
lovely.
at it.
It's a 1980s TARDIS interior.
Isn't it lovely? Isn't it lovely?
Lovely.
Isn't it beautiful?
Oh, small pocket of wind. Isn't she lovely? Made from wood.
Wood. So I'm
She's
doing
made-
harmonies.
Wood.
Diane's just joined us. Why are you late, Diane?
Evening, old Diane Telford.
The fuck game are you playing, Diane?
Yeah, what you been doing?
Yeah.
What the fuck is your problem?
Fresh from the spunk dungeon. So Diane, you're late. You missed Paul exposing himself earlier, just
I
so
did
you know.
not expose myself.
You most certainly did.
I'm wearing perfectly modern.
Pants.
Yeah, well, boxery, briefy pants. They're not like. I mean, I could wear them and people go, "He's got shorts on."
No, they did not look like shorts. They were pants. You look like you were going to do like Magic Mike for everyone.
Tragic Mike.
Oh, don't put yourself down. So Diane says late tea and watching Top of the Pops. No spunk dungeons involved. No, they were at number 1 last week.
What was the TOT piece? Was it year based?
Oh yeah, I think it's at 1990 at the moment.
Oh, blimey! Really
I
cool.
think so.
What a year! What a year to be alive. 1990.
Fresh from the spunk dungeon. That's the clip for the awards tape. Yeah. Sorry, everyone.
I think that's what they were doing the BAFTAs this evening.
Yeah, well, the BAFTAs were. I didn't watch them all because obviously we're not nominated this year.
Oh no,
But,
not this year.
hmm.
Well, I did. I got close with my live action Eye Over the Engine with Jason Statham, but just didn't.
He was a brilliant engine.
Do you know what? He was pretty good as that engine, wasn't he? Yeah.
His anus was puffing out talcum powder, and he was saying, "We're at the station now," and you were popping out. You were popping out of his mouth.
What's that you say, Ivor?
We're at
You
the
want to
station.
What's that? You want to devolutionise government and rule for yourself? Well, best of luck there, you stupid fucking engine.
Although the sex scene was a bit too much.
Yeah. Well, it's very hard to go down on an engine.
You call that a shunt?
Call that coal. This is bloody coal.
Diane, you missed a lot. Apparently, Paul got his knob out. It's true.
Did not get my knob out.
Did get his knob out. Fantastic, Mr. Ross. I like your roundels. Are you talking about Paul's pants, or are you talking about the Doctor Who's hat?
You're talking about the plates, the dinner plates that are inside the interior of the TARDIS.
Has Paul got his magic bullet away yet? This is a question because earlier, Paul, I was cheeky this afternoon. I was at work on my own, and I realised that the Uber Eats will deliver to my work at McDonald's, and I thought I haven't had a McDonald's in ages. I'm going to have one.
What did you go for?
I had a Big Mac meal.
Oh,
Yeah, it's all right.
what was
It
your
made me
beverage?
realise that McDonald's isn't all that.
Watered down Pepsi.
No, I had a chocolate milkshake.
Oh, you tinker!
I know. He was
Oh,
excited.
you had about 9,000 calories there. You
I know. It was a payday treat. But then you posted a picture about how you'd made your own egg McMuffin.
Sausage egg McMuffin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the background of this very picture was a magic bullet. Now, this wasn't you purporting to have solved the JFK assassination.
No.
This is some sort of NutriBullet thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a NutriBullet. I'm an extreme. As you can see, wine, cigarette. This is my life all the time.
Yeah.
And I do not exercise apart from swimming a lot. And I haven't done that yet for 4 months. So what I do to sort of the yin to my awful life balance of yang is I start the day with a variety of vegetables and fruits that I pulverize, and then I drink it with fucking hemp seeds and all sorts of shite. And I drink it like medicine, like and then in between my first
It's like me at the glory hole.
Yeah, my first cup of coffee and my second cup of coffee is interrupted by a brief sojourn of health that I loathe every second of it.
There's a question for you.
Years, because maybe that'll knock off. Oh no, not knock off. Maybe it'll add on about 8 months before I finally go.
Yeah, you'll be all right. Paul, what was Nicholas Lyndhurst like?
He was really, 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 really boring.
Oh.
I did it. I was on one episode of. Was it After You're Gone?
After You're Gone, yeah.
Yeah. And it was about 10 years after the first Lord of the Rings film came out, and they were doing a Lord of the Rings parody. So that tells you enough.
Well, who were you? Were you Legolas?
No, he was. He was dressed up as Gandalf, and his son was dressed up as Frodo, and they were trying to get into the Lord of the Rings show in the West End, which there wasn't. And I was. My name was Snooty Usherette.
So you were kind of Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, and I had.
Too.
So they tried to get in, but due to some mishap, they'd lost their ticket. But they turned up and they wanted to get in, and I had to deliver the wonderful line of, "Well, I'm very sorry, but none shall pass."
Oh, very good. So can someone please, because everybody watching this is a wizard. I don't mean that in a Lord of the Rings sense. I mean, someone's going to be able to find that clip.
A wizard.
A wizard would know better.
None shall pass.
Peter Davison would make a good steam engine. Yes, he would, because he is already one.
I could do quite a good Ian McKellen, only if I go, "We're the future Charles, not them."
Yeah. And is that what they say?
Is that what I say?
Oh, yeah, I saw that episode of After You've Gone with Paul. What a terrible show. Paul saved that entire episode.
Thank you, Claire. Thank you so much. It's so nice when people notice the work that I can produce of my caliber. Wonderful.
I want there to be a pub called the Glory Hole.
Well, there probably is.
I'd like to make the sign for it.
I remember about 15 years ago, we were driving up to the Edinburgh Festival to save money.
Yeah.
To save money. And we drove up in a van, and the caveat of driving up to Edinburgh in the van is we had to make a stop off in Manchester and Newcastle to pick up the props from other shows.
Right.
And it took for fucking ever. I can't drive, and my comedy partner Dan can't drive. So the only person who could drive was Jeremy. So he had to drive the entire way from London to Edinburgh with 2 stop-offs. And there was a point where the motorway was closed down for whatever reason for essential repairs, and we had to veer off. And we were redirected through a village called Blabby, Blabby.
Wow.
We had the radio on that automatically tuned in to whatever. I shit you not, when we drove through Blabby, our left radio, I'd like to say Radio 1, but it wouldn't have been Radio 1.
No.
It would have been Classic Tales from the Aesop's Fables.
Oh, yes.
Or whatever it fucking was. Anyway, it retuned into just like bird song. It was just... And as we drove through Blabby, we saw a naked man running through a field, and we passed one pub, and it was called the Dog and Gun.
Wow.
The Dog and Gun.
This is something I'd like to talk about, actually. Please join in the comments, because I noticed it's closed now. When I go see my parents in Watford, there's a bit I have to drive through called Northwood, and there's a pub there, and it annoys me every time because the pub is called The Tree.
The Tree.
And I just think that is the most shittest name, most unimaginative name for a pub.
Yeah, but isn't it
The
better
Tree.
than the King's Head or the Queen Vic or the
Tree.
The Tree?
The Tree.
Have you ever stopped off to have a little pint? Because it might be inside.
No.
It might be. Yeah, hey, how you doing? Welcome to the Tree.
Well, it's all boarded up now. I was there. I mean, you'd want it to be called something like, the oak tree or the peppermint tree, not just the tree.
The peppermint tree. I tell you why it's been closed down, John, because it's called the yew tree.
Davey Travis's favourite joint. Deborah says, I was in Sicily last year, and in Catania there is a pub called the Glory Hole.
Lovely. There used to be a Star Trek theme pub down in Victoria. It was amazing. It was the worst, dullest place ever. They just had one giant Enterprise suspended from the ceiling, and that was their theme.
Oh. It says Blabby, Leicestershire. They used to be Nigel Lawson's constituency.
Possibly. And I can already tell how drunk we're getting already, John, because you couldn't say Blabby and say Leicestershire again. Leicestershire.
Look, I'm not the one exposing myself to our viewers.
Right, there'll be another version soon, and you'll see
please don't.
Normal behaviour for a man.
There's a pub here that I can't even remember the name of, but I refer to it as the Cunt and Cleft. Such offensive language on this show. I won't have it.
I think that immediately tells you the sort of clientele that we're in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking? Because we've got a packed show this evening.
Are you having a think?
It might be time for some...
Could it be?
Just to give you guys some background, a few years ago, Paul and I went to Roald Dahl's house before he died. After he died.
In fact, actually, we turned up just as he died.
Just as he died.
He literally, we went...
His last words were, here are some tales I've written. Could you please make sure they get a viewing? So I think it's time we explained some more tales of the... Tales of the unexpected. Paul, please, you go first.
Shall I go first?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You ready?
Yeah.
This first tale of the unexpected is called Bum Gold. Bum Gold.
Bum Gold. Okay.
Are you ready? Peter Weft appears. Peter Weft appears on the Antiques Roadshow with a mid-17th century grandfather clock. He is surprised to discover that it's worth next to nothing, but even more shocked to discover when the expert flips him upside down and values his anus at £80,000. Yes, well, that's a cautionary tale, isn't it?
I didn't expect that.
He had a very expensive anus. Very expensive.
Very expensive anus.
John, what have you got for us?
Well, I've got a story called Hands of Time.
Right.
Henry Hands
Yes.
has been the voice of the talking clock for some 30 years.
Speaking.
He was counting down the days to retirement, as is his job, whereupon he would be moving to Spain and living out the rest of his life in a humble villa with his wife and dog. However, on the day of his retirement, he awoke to find he was now part of an elaborate Swiss clock depicting an effigy of Hitler that kicks him in the balls on the hour, every hour, forever.
Well, I mean, there for the grace of God go all of us, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this second salty tale is called Greasy Eternity.
Called what?
Greasy Eternity.
Greasy Eternity. Okay.
Greasy Eternity. Are you ready? Cleaning lady and part-time Sudoku enthusiast Brenda Dinosaur accidentally soaks her contact lenses in Sillet Bang overnight and can now see through time.
I mean, good God, that's terrifying.
Terrifying, isn't it?
Terrifying. It's bone tingling.
What a predicament to be left in.
What an awful predicament.
Awful predicament you seem to be suffering from, this Brenda Dinosaur. I'm afraid there's nothing that medical science can do about it.
I want to know what her family did, because obviously your name is usually derived from a profession. Was it?
Well,
Was her great grandfather a dinosaur?
her great grandfather
Etc.
was a diplodocus with a limp.
Lovely. My story is called Any Leads?
Leeds spelled L-E-A,
AIDS.
not Leeds as in the place.
No.
Where dreams come to die.
Sandy Juniper is a dog walker. And her company, Walkies, has taken Somerset by storm. She's due to be married in a month, and things are very much looking up. However, during a very ordinary and normal walk in the woods one summer's day, all of her dogs exploded. She was arrested and eventually sent to prison for murder for 48 years. And the judge? He was a cat.
Oh man. Nothing worse when that cat puts the little black cloth on.
Oh, awful.
Meow. Oh
No.
shit, I'm in for it now. Oh, nothing worse. Okay. Well, my third tale of the unexpected is called Risky Digits.
Wow. Colour me intrigued.
When I first found out about this, because I didn't write this, this just appeared on my paper.
Well,
So
Roald wrote them all.
Well, yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Colin Frankincense is hitchhiking all alone on a spooky road during a thunderstorm.
Oh.
After several rain-soaked hours, finally, a car pulls up and picks him up. A much-needed lift. And when Colin looks at the driver, it's not a man, it's a giant thumb! Because of lifts, you see.
Lefts, of course.
Lefts, you see. Lefts.
Lefts, I have
Oh,
left.
lift
and
us up where we belong.
belong.
Where the beady bar.
I don't know the words, I just know the noises.
Where the eagles fly on the mountain high.
Yeah, did I? I mean, if you're doing karaoke, I'm up for it. Right,
Beautiful.
this next story is called Bank on a Howler. Three bank robbers in a car.
He's laughing already.
3 bank robbers in a car. 3 bank robbers in a car.
Christ.
3 bank robbers in a car. And they were being bummed by werewolves made of glass.
No, we joke about that sort of thing, but on average, about 40 burglars get bummed by werewolves made of glass every year in the UK.
Yeah, it's
So
not fun.
please give generously.
Please, dig deep.
Please dig deep. This one's called The Dreading Singer. Almost sounds like Wedding Singer, I suppose. Here we go. Carlos Bender loves to sing. His favourite is, oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. Oh, I do like to be beside the sea. But not after singing it during an eclipse. Now he doesn't sing. He screams, oh, I don't like to be beside the P side. Oh, I don't like to be beside the P.
I'm sorry, but that's giving me nightmares.
Chilled to the bone.
Oh.
Yeah.
This story is called Subhuman.
I mean, subhuman?
Subhuman. Hitler's favorite submarine captain, Otto Hausflatter, was stuck in something of a conundrum. Not only was his U-boat pinned down in the North Sea by Allied fighters, but it was also filling up with leaking washing detergent at an alarming rate. And the name of this vessel? Das Boot.
Wow.
Wow.
Do you know what? That one was so scary. I think I might have dropped a foot size.
You're size 4 now.
Size 4 now. Yeah.
Do not show us.
My last one is called Less is Sweet Corn. I mean, what does that even mean, John?
I don't know. I want to know. I'm intrigued.
Well, wailed. Swedish orchid salesman Olaf Bolaf.
Fucking hell. Okay. Swedish orchid salesman Olaf Bolaf. Yep. Okay.
Swedish orchid salesman Olaf Bolaf
Yeah.
downsizes from his 2-bedroom apartment in Stockholm to a fisherman's cottage in Gothenburg. But it's still too big for him. He just wants to live somewhere small. So he keeps downsizing and downsizing and downsizing until he eventually moves inside himself and then gets into rent arrears and ends up his days as a squatter in his own shit.
I mean,
I'm gonna bury these now because they should never be seen.
no. I feel like we've just read. You've just read some terrifying incantation.
Yeah, I feel like I've said Candyman 3 times into a mirror, but then Mo Molam's appeared, and it's even worse.
Oh God. Or Anne Widdecombe.
Ben Bidderman.
Mm.
Right, you've
Right.
got
My last story for this evening is called.
Put a lid on it, John. Put a lid on the terror.
I think I can.
Put a lid on it.
Do not judge, lest thee be judged.
Ah, yeah.
Top judge Hilary Corks was nervous. He paced, he stumbled, and he walked around his chambers in circles and in beats. He crossed every footstep with a thoughtful face, and going over and over his closing speech in his mind, he realized that this was it, a trial like no other. For instead of one criminal being on trial, was the planet of the apes who had murdered all of Surrey.
Jesus Christ. And I'd like to add, Your Honour, I'm very, very sorry.
Who was that? Was that Amadeus? No, what was it called?
Amadeus. No, you're right. It was Amadeus. That was my impression of Amadeus. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
Who was that?
I'm very, very sorry for my
Dr. Zaius, not Amadeus. Dr. Zaius.
No, it was Wolfgang Amadeus. I'm very sorry for my last concerto.
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
think.
I'm sorry if it offended.
I mean, noted, Wolfgang. Noted. I'm the judge.
What happened to him? What happened to the actor who played Amadeus? He was like briefly.
Tom Hulse.
Yeah, what happened to him? Yeah, what? He just.
He was in that, and then he was in like Parenthood, and he's in Kenneth Branagh's
Branagh.
Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, which is now streaming on Prime. Now streaming on Prime, everyone.
Is it? I'm not going to watch that because I seem to
No.
remember it was shit.
It's dog shit. Yeah.
Knives Out those on Prime now to watch for free.
What is?
Knives Out.
That's right. The best bit in Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, because Robert De Niro plays the monster. He wakes up and he turns to Kenneth Branagh and he says, "Did you put these fucking bolts in my neck?" It's the best bit in the film.
It's the best bit in the film, really. Yeah.
Yeah.
That film is dog doo-doo, isn't it?
It's so awful. It's got Richard Briers in it, though.
It does have Briars in it.
And John Cleese.
Is John Cleese in it?
He is. He's like a weird professor who shows him how he can bring back a monkey's hand. And he's like, this monkey's hand is fucking great. I use it to wank.
Right! Monkey's hand!
I
really?
mentioned monkey's hand once, but I think I got away with it.
Oh my God. See, now, because you've said John Cleese is in it, I'm going to have to fucking watch it now, aren't I?
He also voiced Disney's Quasimodo. It's true.
What, John Cleese?
Matt Crowe said, I've seen Kenneth Branagh's penis. He says it's a true story. I believe you.
Yeah, I can
Do you know Kenneth Branagh is from Northern Ireland?
Get away with thee. Is he?
He genuinely is, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it makes it even more funny to say Kenneth Branagh. I'm Kenneth Branagh, and I have a Zimmer frame.
You people are watching Kenneth Branagh.
Kenneth Branagh's
Hamlet.
beautiful movies. That's rubbish. That sounds like Scotty. Computer.
Have you ever seen Kenneth Branagh's
Computer.
Henry the Fifth?
No, I've seen his Hamlet.
You've seen his Hamlet. You've seen his little Hamlet. His Henry the Fifth is one wonderful piece of work.
Oh, I've seen his Much Ado About Nothing with Keanu Reeves and
What I genuinely
Denzel Washington.
Yes, I've seen that. What I love about Henry the
Ben
Fifth.
Elton. Yeah, go on.
What I love about Henry V is it starts off with showing battlefields and like castles and stuff, and the camera pulls out, and you find out it's all artifice, and there's cameras there, and there's people milling around, and then there's Derek Jacobi, who's just festooned in black velvet, who literally does that sort of, "Oh, I didn't see you there," almost like.
And it says across the bottom, "You have been watching."
You're about to watch,
Yeah.
and then he does this thing about England. And he does all this thing, and he's walking through people that are putting on helmets and so he's just showing the artifice of what's to come. So everyone's setting up, and there's cameras and people going, "Over here, please, Connie," and he's stood right in front, and he walks up to these huge double doors to start the film. But what I remember is he just does this sort of preamble of, "If these things do but offend, then do not worry, for they are pure art." All this gobbledy fucking gook. And he gets right up to these huge double doors, and he just says, "And now I ask you to view." And he's supposed to say "our play," but he goes from 0 to 7,000 in a millisecond. He goes, "To view our play!" And opens the door like, "Ah!" It's the most amazing thing you'll ever witness on film.
Diane Telford says that Kenneth Branagh went to school in Reading, and I used to teach at his old school. And then Katie says Kenneth Branagh went to my primary school. Katie and Diane, they might live
Both
in
in
the same
Reading. I'm
town.
hoping. Yeah. Either that or that's utter BS from one of them.
Yes, yeah, blue shits. When the credits came up at the end of Frankenstein, my girlfriend at the time turned to me and said, "Robert De Niro, who was he in the film?"
Yes. Well,
Richard
Quite.
Briers is in that as the blind man, isn't he? He's not as good as Gene Hackman.
No.
When
No,
Gene
it's-
Hackman says, "What does he say when the monster runs away?"
I can't remember now.
He says he's going to cook something he's going to have a cigar or something. It's quite funny.
Yeah.
The best. Hang on. The comments are firing him. Best bit of Henry V is when they went to the effort to make Ken Dodd Yorick, teeth and all.
But it's not Henry V. It's Hamlet. But yeah, they gave him the big buck teeth.
Philip
brilliant.
Bonus, who you watched today?
Who you watched died today?
Paul bought his pants from us. This is Treguard.
It's not. No, see, beware pale imitations. I am never going to Treguard Mills again.
Brian Blessed just turned up for Henry V in his usual garb. No costume department needed for him. He brought his own.
Yeah, that's more than likely.
Hackman's blind man is wondrous. Can someone please tell me what he says when the monster runs away? He says something really funny and I can't remember.
He offers him some food and a cigar. Yeah, I can't quite remember what it is.
I can't remember. Kenneth Branagh's brother Bill was a regular in my parents' pub, along with Buse. So you had Brana and Buse going into the kitchen and talking for 20. Can you imagine those cunts together?
Also,
I was in Panto with Robin Asquith. Well,
I was in Panto with Rula Lenska.
Well, I was in Hamlet with my brother Ken. And M.
And M. I was M in the James Bond. No, you weren't M in the James Bond.
No, you weren't. No. I think we all miss Richard Bryce.
We all
genuinely do miss Richard Bryce.
For the Home Pride adverts, for the Good Life, ever decreasing
coils. I thought at Medway, so Katie went to White Knights. Katie, can you confirm this, please?
Yeah.
I'd like there to be a link. Very young Christian Bale is in Henry V.
Yes, he is. Yeah, tiny tot. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
He says, "Where is he?" in his Batman costume. Gene Hackman's Almond Sheep wasn't very good.
Explain to me.
Couldn't watch Afterlife Series 2 last episode without thinking that Gervais. Oh yeah, because it's got Penelope. Oh, I've forgotten everybody's name. Welton and Peter Egan in it.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I didn't like it.
Do you know what? It's all right. It's not brilliant and it's not shit, but I don't get the whole rigmarole with it all.
It's not as good as this, is it? Where's Netflix with this? Hey, where's our Netflix contract?
Netflix on. The only people I get is Tom from MySpace calling me up fucking every hour going.
Has he done the washing up yet? For years, I thought he was washing up in that picture. He's not, is he?
I don't know what he was doing. I never paid that much attention. I thought he was.
I thought he was kind of. Oh, you've caught me washing up. Oh.
Well, who gets that? Oh, Christ! You caught me washing up.
Me. If someone comes to take a picture of me, I'm like, I'm washing up.
Is that because you wash up in the nuddy?
Stop! You're in a glass house this evening, Mister. With your
Tim Coleman's come up with a brilliant question. If you're on You Bet, what would your specialist skill be?
Yeah.
Would I be wise to bet on you?
That's a great question. I think. What's your one?
Well, no, I just asked you first.
Oh well, mine would be movie release years.
Really?
Or Beatles chords. I know all the Beatles chords.
All right, Crimson Tide,
1995.
Fuck me. So you said
Tell me in the comments if I'm wrong.
You said that with such conviction.
I'm sure it's 95. Come on, Katie, where are you to confirm this school thing? Here we go. It was at Southcote Primary, but old Kenneth left before I started. So there you go. It's not going to happen. I thought we were going to have a lovely surprise style when they had the guy who freed all the Jews from Germany. But no.
Well,
what t-shirt are you wearing? It's a Mars Today Total Recall t-shirt.
Nice.
Very exciting.
Where'd you get that?
I got it from Last Exit to Nowhere, which is the best website in the world.
Lovely.
Yeah, 95 is correct for Crimson Tide.
Oh my God, that's amazing. Double Jeopardy.
95, there you go.
No, Double Jeopardy.
Oh, the film? That's 1999.
My God.
Tell me if I'm wrong, please. Beatles chords. Yeah, ask me a Beatles song. I'll tell you what key it's in. Or what chords it is.
Paperback Writer.
It's all in G, but it goes to C as well. Mostly in one chord.
Jeez.
G.
Wow.
Basically, when I was learning to play guitar, I bought this book. You've probably seen it in guitar shops in the past when they existed. And it's like a really thick book, and it's got a gold coin on the front.
Ooh,
and it starts
coins.
it starts at "Love Me Do," and then it goes all the way to like "Give Peace a Chance." It's basically all the Lennon, McCartney, and Harrison songs and Star songs, and it's a very good way of learning to play guitar because you start off 2 chords with "Love Me Do," and then by the time you get to Abbey Road, you know it all.
Right.
But for some reason, it's like the Matrix. My brain absorbed it, and now I'm just like I just have remembered all the chords.
Oh my god. Well, you say that, but can you do chirpy, chirpy, cheep, cheep on the ocarina? No, you
Can't. No.
Whereas this fella here very much can.
Double Indemnity, 1999, Paul.
I didn't ask that.
What did you ask?
Double Jeopardy.
Sorry, Double Jeopardy. Sorry, 1999.
Oh, so you were right.
Someone on YouBet once was able to name products by looking at the barcodes.
Wow. I think that might have been a member of the Borg Collective. who was on that week.
What do you think of the Borg?
Do you know, I don't mind them. They keep to themselves. They're very quiet, you know. They want to assimilate all the time. But if you catch them on a good day, they're all right. You know, Mr. and Mrs. Borg.
Because old Jean-Luc Picard was a Borg for a bit, wasn't he?
Yes, he was Locutus of Borg. Yeah.
And then in First Contact, he met the Borg Queen.
He did, and he went, the line must be drawn here. He goes, yeah. Oh, that's very lovely, a lovely bit of angry acting.
He's great. I'm still part of the reason why I don't like James Corden is that incident that happened in that awards ceremony. Do you remember?
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking
Where
about.
he had the temerity to take the piss out of Sir Patrick Stewart live on stage.
How dare you?
How dare you?
Although it has to be said, when Patty Stew, if you know him, for the first 2 seasons of Next Gen, he was an absolute fucking nightmare to work with.
Oh, was he?
Well, he was really like, come on, let's do this. Come on. He was very, very theatrical and very much, let's get this done. And there's lots of other people going, well, we just like to mess around on set a little bit. And he was having none of it. And then he finally relaxed into the role and went, oh, okay.
Well, I think it's the time of the evening, talking of You Bet, where I think everybody should show me how good your observational skills are with a little game of...
Please can you tell me who the fuck is that? Yeah.
It's good to talk.
It's good to talk.
Still good to talk. That's really nice to know that it's still good to talk. Wow. So, John, you've been delving through the old archives.
I have.
Trying to find
As
people
usual.
who look like a lick of salt to a celebrity.
Yeah.
Hey, there he is with his old cleft onion.
Right. As usual, the rules are simple. If you've not watched before, I ask Paul, then I ask you guys, our friends in the comments. So the very first one is for Paul. Paul Euripides Litchfield. Please, can you tell me who the fuck is this?
I'll try. Right. Well, it looks like a very low rent.
Welcome down.
It looks like a really low rent nonce version of Martin Jarvis, but I know it is. It's Martin Jarvis.
It's not Martin Jarvis, but I agree it does.
You went, like it was right.
Only because I just realised it looks like Martin Jarvis.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, he should now say I look like Martin Jarvis. I don't know how much work he's going to get in the Martin Jarvis market.
If they ever bring back Huxley Pig, he's first in the queue.
He is right in. If he could do a ribald comment on the government are cunts, so the government are cunts, all the best, Martin Jarvis. He'll do that. But that looks like nobody that I should ever know. Is it supposed to be a politician of some
Someone's
sort?
got it, amazingly. I don't know how.
Someone's got
I
it.
really don't know how.
Yeah, I'm afraid I as far as I'm concerned, it's Martin effing Jarvis.
As far as I'm concerned, I agree it's Martin Jarvis, but it's not. And Patrick McHugh was first with it's Donald Trump.
What? It's not.
Yeah.
But it's not.
No, it's not.
I tell you what looks more like Donald Trump is that wall behind him.
Yeah. It's a terrible Donald Trump, but apparently that is Donald Trump.
The wall that he wanted to build looks more like Donald Trump than Martin Jarvis does.
Okay, our friends in the comments, please
Right.
can you tell me who the fuck is this?
Oh, I think I know. I think
On what fucking planet is that Trump? Quite. What the ever living fuck? Yeah, it's not Trump, is it? Our friends in the comments. Yeah, you are our friends. Oh my god, everybody's got it. Hang on, I'm
It is
getting to you. Who got it first?
a singer.
Dan.
Yeah,
Barbara Streisand, of course.
that's exactly who I thought it would be.
Yeah, not great though, is it?
No.
I love Babs, but she hasn't got the schnoz, has she?
It could just be like a homeless Diane Keaton. You just don't. It's very vague.
Did you see the video of Diane Keaton cooking eggs? Did you see that video?
Yes, I did. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Well, she was like, I'm just going to go and get a fork. And she's gone for about 16 minutes. Someone said, how far away is her fork drawer? Anyway, Paul, please can you tell me who fucks this?
So, well,
Who's that?
I would say it was Antonio Banderas.
You'd be right. You'd be right.
Yeah, it's
Well
Antonio.
done.
Very obvious, that one.
Well done. Very good. Yeah. Okay.
Friends
in the
either
comments.
that or Prince when he put his finger in a socket.
I think he looks a bit like Weird Al Yankovic as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, with the hair.
Looks a bit like someone else that I can't remember, so move on.
Someone says Stan Boardman.
Stan Boardman?
Someone said Weird Al. Yeah.
Hey,
weird.
Here they bombed our chip shops. Yes, thank you,
They're
Stan.
Fockers.
The Fockers.
Right, so this one is for our friends in the comments. Please can you tell me who the fuck is this?
Our friends in the north. Oh, right, okay. That's sort of heavily leaning in one direction, isn't it?
We shall see. We shall see.
Yeah. I'm
not keen.
It's definitely not Brian Blessed.
No.
Or Brenda Blethyn.
No. It's not. Oh, yes, it's JK. Well done, Claire. Yay.
Oh, is that how it's supposed to be? JK?
That is JK. Yeah.
Me.
Okay, Paul.
It really isn't.
Paul.
More like KY. Yeah, go on.
Who's this?
Well, I'll tell you. I don't want to be involved in this racist lawsuit that could happen. Because, I can't say, oh, that's very obviously the actress Claire Bloom. Is it? No. Oh, God. Is it Yoko Ono?
It is Yoko Ono.
Right. That's the only.
I mean, it looks nothing like Yoko Ono, but apparently that is
Yoko
Ono. Okay. So our friends in the comments, who is this?
That's amazing.
It's not Terry Nutkins.
Terry Nutkins. Hang on, count the fingers. No, it's not Terry Nutkins.
Not Terry Nutkins. I think they'll get this quite quickly, but it's very bad.
It's supposed to be.
It's very bad, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, but it's so obvious.
Who was first? Everybody's got it. Who's first? Sorry, just to explain, just to let you beneath the veil, is that you guys comment on YouTube, but it all gets dumped in my feed here very quickly, so I have to catch up.
Okay.
As far as I can tell, Claire's first with David Bowie. Yes.
Yeah, it's David Bowie.
That's David Bowman.
It looks a bit more like who's the other singer, cheeky Cockney singer who's around
Tudor Pole?
No, round about Bowie's time as well. Ah, fuck, that's gonna kill me. Anyway, don't worry.
Steve Harley and the Cockney Rebel.
Yes, it's sort of like that.
Okay, Paul, who's this?
That's my chiropodist, Mandy.
That's my chiropodist. Dun, 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 dun,
I like to do the toes. It's my chiropodist.
That's the Bobby Brown song, or the That's my chiropodist instead of my Sharona.
Oh, I see. I see.
My chiropodist.
She don't like my bunions. Don't like my. She don't.
Have
like
you got any clue? Because someone's got it in the comments.
No, no, I have no idea.
It's Adele.
It's not Adele. It's just
not Adele. It's more like a Mac. I mean, like instead of a computer.
Yeah.
And so for the I think this is the last one. No, we've got two more. So Paul.
Yes, sir.
Who's this?
That's Paul McCartney,
That is Paul McCartney,
who's had
isn't it?
who's had 98 strokes and is living in a static caravan.
That's exactly what it says. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, in the comments, I'm going to give you the last one because I think you won't get this.
Oh, they always get it, though. They always get it.
I know, but I don't think they will. Who's this?
And, of course, the answer was Count Dracula.
Count Dracula.
I mean, come on.
It is not Neil Buchanan. It is not Neil Buchanan. Let's wait for my YouTube comments to catch up. Oh, God, someone's got it.
See?
Oh.
They always get it.
A few have got it. Jesus Christ.
Oh, my God.
Wow, loads have got it.
Is it supposed to be Roger Allen?
No, again, Claire's hot off the mark, even though she's supposed to be at work. She's supposed to be tending to beds, but she's killing us dead. It's Claire Monty with Nigel Farage.
Sorry, no. What?
That's an appalling Nigel Farage, isn't it?
That's not... What? But that's
No.
not Nigel Farage.
It's not, is it?
It's the clothes he's wearing made by the company Farage. Because there's no semblance of...
No,
Fuck me.
it's dreadful. So, there we go. Another exciting edition of...
Please can you tell me who the fuck is that? Yeah.
It's good to talk.
It's good to talk. And again, once again, I'd like to dedicate this episode to Polyester Gibbs. Get well soon.
Yes, please do. Please do,
Get
mate.
well soon, sir. Paul,
Well, yes,
I believe something funny happened to you this week while you were catching a train.
I've not been on any public transport this week, John. So I don't know where.
I
don't
believe
know-
something funny, Paul. I believe something funny happened to you this week
Yeah,
while you were at the theatre.
no, all the theatres are closed, John. There's no shows going on.
Paul,
Yes, sir.
I believe something funny happened to you this week while you were at the supermarket.
Ah, yes. Now, wonderful. I was I was at the supermarket trying to get some gala melons. You see, because Mrs. No, nothing fucking happened. I went to a fucking supermarket. I bought my fucking daily drink to cope, and I came home. I did the fucking crossword. Very easy. They're the same fucking clues week in, week out. Food of the gods, ambrosia, in.
Is it?
Yeah, every fucking time. Every fucking time.
Hmm.
No, nothing remotely interesting has happened to me for at least
Fine.
months.
I was trying to introduce some
Culture.
culture, some sort of objet d'art.
It ain't gonna happen, mate. It ain't gonna happen. It can't happen yet.
Katie says, shout out to the PCDs.
What's that?
I have no idea.
Well, now I want to know, Katie. What
Katie, you'll need to explain what PCDs are.
is that? Like CBD oil?
Can we see Paul's dirty souls again? This is turning into some sort
Oh
of
no, they're filthy, aren't they?
Babe
Yeah, look,
station.
really filthy. Look at them.
This is like Babe Station. Have
No,
you been up
because
in your roof garden?
I was out gardening in my pants earlier because no one can see me, and I was taking me old CBD oil just to get through it. Watering me courgettes and stuff. And yes, I do. The thing is, I do wander around barefoot like too much. Like if I,
You're like Gandhi.
I'm very similar to Gandhi in that respect.
You see, he used to wear a loincloth with a little toga type situation and
He used to wear
bare
a
feet.
loincloth, a spinning bow tie, and high heels, and that's all he wore
Hmm.
when he walked across India.
Paul Litchfield, who died at the supermarket today.
Yeah, I see. I will quite often, if I have to nip that, because I live above a Sainsbury's,
Hmm.
and there's a Tesco's that way, and there's because I'm in London. It's fucking London, man. It's fucking everything. and I live on a main road, so there's like every single shop I need is underneath me. And sometimes, like today, like some hippy dippy prick, I will go out barefoot.
Really?
And in my pants. No,
Are you not worried about things on the floor that might cut your feet or hurt your feet?
My feet are so small that glass can't technically
True.
penetrate. Yeah.
You can dance betwixt raindrops,
I can't
you?
really tell because
Oh no, don't do it again, for God's sake.
So sorry. So sorry. So sorry.
Zona Bud of the partnership.
Yeah, I'm very much about
He's turning into the fucking.
I've spent my entire life being like very much barefoot, and do you know what? I'm definitely a closet nudist but I don't know it. I mean, I've never been to a nudist beach or been a nudie doodie. I mean, I've skinny dipped and stuff like that. But I think I would very much embrace it because I'm very much a nothing on if I don't need anything on. You know, when people get home after a hard day's work, I mean, I don't know what that is. I'm an actor. But when people get home after a hard day's work, the first thing I do is I shed my clothes.
No, I don't do that.
I do immediately into something really comfy, which to me is just a t-shirt and a pair of shorts. Even if it's cold, I don't feel the cold. I feel the heat. This is killing me. But I don't feel the cold. So, because when I go to Slovakia, my partner's country, it's like -22 in the winters, and I'm out in a t-shirt going la 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 la, and they're all going, "You will die."
They're all saying, "Paul, will you please put your pants away? You are making us feel, how you say, sick."
Please put your junk away. Local vicar needs to pass to get his Kaskitska. Yeah, no, you're right.
What's Kaskitska?
I don't know. I made it up. But it's pretty much everything in Slovakia is called Kaskitska.
What's the Slovakian national dish?
Pork in its myriad of forms. It probably a schnitzel, but then there's a lot of disagreements between Poland, Slovakia, Hungary.
This is what you've reduced our show to, by the way. This comment.
You've not seen my junk. It's
unbelievable.
All in a pair of beautiful melon pants.
Don't say melon pants. That makes people think of
melon pants.
Oh, for God's sake!
Melon pants. Melon pants. Melon pants. Melon pants. Who went?
I'm so sorry, everybody. He's not usually like this. I'm so sorry. Good God.
Well, it's nearly 10:30.
Yes, I know, but no one wants. No.
What?
Okay.
They all want their tea. Look, it was bound to happen, and it happened. Yes, please make that a GIF, but
Don't,
please
don't.
Please never show me that GIF.
Oh God.
If you put that onto, we got some half-price TVs, and that'd be beautiful. Yeah, melon pants. Exactly, got a nice pair of melon pants on. I invest heavily into beautiful pants. I don't spend much money, but I invest in good underwear. And these melon pants are made from bamboo.
Are they?
Yeah, so they allow you to breathe. By the way, it's bullshit. It's...
I suppose there's lots of room in there for your pips. And a stone.
2 stones, I
Two
suppose.
stones. Yeah.
So what are you wearing, fucking John? A kilt and a fucking beekeeper's outfit? What you wore?
I've got shorts on, but respectable shorts.
Well, let's see your shorts.
I'm not showing my shorts.
No, show your shorts.
I'm not showing my shorts. This is not the kind of show that we're running here. We're not. This isn't a peep show.
Show your.
I'm not showing my shorts. No.
Really? Are they shitty Asda ones?
No, they have nice purple normal shorts, but I'm not.
No.
Yeah, I'm not exposed. You're the one fucking pelvic thrusting in everyone's faces. You're like Kenneth Williams. And now look what you've started. Look.
Show your shorts.
I'm not showing my shorts now.
Oh my God.
You'll have to imagine they're just like cargo shorts, but they're purple, like the Incredible Hulk.
Do they have pockets?
Yeah, have pockets. Yeah.
How many pockets?
2.
Oh, so just standard pockets.
Yeah.
They don't have auxiliary pockets.
No.
Like sometimes you can buy a pair of shorts, they've got a random pocket, and you're like, well, what's that for? A fucking...
Yeah, exactly. I can't be doing with them.
Oh yeah, that's to put my spare bee in. You're like, what the fuck is that pocket for?
That's the problem you have in your 20s, where you think, what's that problem? What's that pocket for? I'll work that out when I'm 30 odd. You know?
I'll work that out when I need to take one peanut with me on my journey. I'll put that in that pocket.
And when you put things in that big pocket, you forget, and then you're like, God, where have I put my keys? And they're in the big pocket.
You're in the
and you
big
think,
pocket. It's the worst, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, sorry, guys. You're not going to see my shorts because this isn't that kind of show. It's a family show.
It's a family show, as I've already shown you.
And I'm not going to cunt about showing everybody my shorts.
Cunt about. Well, it's 9 o'clock. It's BBC Two. It's time for Cunt About.
Cunt about.
Hey, we're going to cunt about this week. I'll be cunting about with Fluella Benjamin and Tony Benn.
I'm just thinking we've only got half an hour left and we've got Blankety Blank and your psychic reading to go. So what do you want to do now?
We'll do the psychic reading because I think I'm ready.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, you must bear witness to.
Right, okay. So, listen. The first time we tried this, I did like a remote viewing thing and it just didn't work. And the second time we did it live. And again, it didn't work. You drew a house, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I drew a...
First time I did a sailboat. Last week I did a house.
Yeah, so you did a sailboat and I did Mary Berry with penises for hands. Again, which is your fault, not mine, because I was picking up on your brainwaves.
Yeah,
and
sorry.
The second time we did it live, and you, you drew a house, but with a swastika on it, and I picked up on the swastika.
So we were mildly connected.
Yeah, we were mildly connected at that point, and then I did a Nazi Dalek with its tits out. So this time, I think because we had a brief connection last time, I'm going to ask you to draw two things.
Okay.
So the first thing I want you to draw is some kind of animal. That's entirely up to you. It could be a horse, a goat, Godzilla, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. Some sort of animal. But I want that animal to be near or around a very famous landmark, something that we would immediately recognize, like the Taj Mahal or the House of Parliament, something like that. And I'm going to, because that gives me two threads of focus, because we had one thread of focus that I tapped into last time. Okay. So this time we're going to give you two very strong threads of focus. So we're going to do this now live. I've got my paper and my pen, and think of some form of animal or creature and some form of landmark and start drawing new. Think, John, think. Think the most think you've ever thunk. Oh, shit. Okay, yeah. I've already picked up, and that's really strong. I've already picked up on your... Yeah, okay. On the area, which is brilliant. And that's coming in really strong, actually. So that's a very good... Yeah, it's really obvious the place that you're thinking of.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, that's coming in really strong. I'm not so clear on the creature, the animal. Keep sending it out, because you sort of draw like a sort of person who's never drawn before. So if you could just like elements of shade, detail, if you can give me some detail,
okay,
just sort of add some detail around it.
Okay.
You know, if it's in India, add some things that can't be construed as racist.
Okay.
Whatever. Oh, I've got it. Oh, I'm going into a trance.
Okay, I'm done.
Yeah. Fuck me. Wow. Interesting thoughts I picked up from you, John. This is really detailed, actually. This is the most detailed picture I've ever drawn. This is quite beautiful. So, John, I asked you to draw some sort of creature or animal next to sort of famous landmark or something in the world that we obviously would recognize. And you've done that. Yeah?
Yeah.
So we will reveal them after 3. And finally, we will put this to bed and prove my psychic abilities because they will be exactly the same. So 1, 2, and 3. Go. Right. Okay. So you've drawn a cat next to the
Eiffel Tower.
and I've drawn 2 Moomins defecating on Easter Island statues. It's well, I just don't know why you find that funny, John. I mean, look at the detail in the turd.
I mean,
and the Moomins, they are really defecating on. It's just I don't know where. I don't know what's hampering this. I really don't. But you'll notice that Moomin is really interested in the turd or turds because they're smearing all the Easter Island heads, but he's really genuinely quite interested in the other Moomin shit.
Oh dear.
Okay,
right.
Well, it's a real. I think maybe it's the heat. Maybe it's the heat. It must be the heat. Yeah, it must be the heat.
Hmm.
It's such a shame. Do you think we should try again next week? I don't know. Maybe one more go, so we can finally. Because I do think there is a connection that the swastika proved it. I never thought I'd say those words.
No.
There's obviously a connection. The swastika proves it. Well, it's such a shame because I got really taken over there, which is why it's such a beautifully detailed.
I do like the way one of the Moomins looks like he doesn't know what's happening.
Yeah, well, that Moomin on my left, your right is surprised by how much turds he's produced over the Easter Island statue, whereas the other one is extremely. He's sort of finished with his turds.
He's happy, isn't he?
He's now sort of investigating the other Moomins shit.
Matt Crow wants to buy your picture for £23.
Listen, I've not earned that in 4 months, so if you want it, it's yours.
If you give Paul £23, he will sign it and send it to you.
No, fuck that. We'll start the bidding at £23. If you no, it's yours. You can have it, Matt. For £23, it's yours.
I'm going to donate this to UNICEF, just so you know.
Give me your name and address,
freedom,
and I will send this to you, framed, for £23.
Matt says he'll DM you.
Right, perfect. You're having that. That is the beautiful thing. It's such a shame.
No one wants this, then, no. Yeah. So I'll sign it now.
Yeah.
Okay,
See, now it's worth even less.
Now it's worth less.
It's worth even less now that you put Jock. Oh, wow.
When will my boat come in? Claire, how's the hotel going? Has anyone died yet? Has anyone had an overdose? Has anyone killed a sex worker? Has anyone?
I think you'll find tonight that everyone watching has had an overdose of fun.
Oh, your melon pants have probably tipped everyone. They're probably all horny.
That's tipped. Yeah, that is enough to get everyone.
Zoe, you can have this for £10.
£10?
Yeah. Paul, how many John Rains are there?
One. There's just one John. There's only one and only one.
Drawn by me.
John Rains.
As a symbol of peace and unity.
Again, I like the fact that you have to, which you did with all your pictures, is you're so unclear as to what you're drawing. You have to prove what it is. Like you had to say a boat was a boat by writing the word boat. You had to draw the French flag to say this is.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm not proud.
It's like you should have then on top of the fag put a croissant, and then put like Madame Guillotine. Yeah, Matt. Yeah, Matt. You're fucked, mate. 23 quid.
11p for that
Pound.
per cat per Eiffel Tower.
Per cat.
R.I.P. Alan Parker. Did that
Oh,
man
yeah,
ever make
Alan
a bad film? You know, I was a big fan of Alan Parker's. I mean, Mississippi Burning is one of my favorite films of all time.
Yeah,
When I was a kid, I was obsessed with Bugs Malone, and a lot of people came back at me with hatred of The Commitments, but I love The Commitments. It's one of my favorites. It's
I
flawless.
just adored Bugsy Malone as a kid. I loved it.
In his honor, and I was at work today, so I listened to this Bugs Malone soundtrack.
Fat Sam's Grand Slam is brilliant because it sounds like one girl says, "I'm still fucking this door," but she's not fucking the door. But she goes, "I'm still fucking this door."
People watching, videotaping. I'm still fucking this door.
I'm still fucking this door. And also, we could have been anything that we wanted to be.
What did you think of? I think you should leave with Tim Robinson. I'm still obsessed with that program. I loved it. It was very hit and miss, but when it was a hit,
my condolences. That is the standalone hit of that entire.
And the honk if you're horny was one of my favorite sketches.
Yeah, that was good. Fred Willard's "My Condolences."
This one's called. I can't remember what it was called now.
Isn't that? It's about a little duck that comes out of a tomato.
Yeah.
Talking utter bollocks. He's so randomly smashing plates, but with no joy. Just
every time he finishes, it gets that kind of castanet rattle of.
Yeah, my condolences.
I'll pay £49 for Paul's melon pants.
You can have them, mate.
Is this Japanese? Is like you want them worn before you'll have them? This is getting dangerous territory.
Yeah. That's more money if you want them stained to your.
Because in Japan, you can buy used pants from vending machines. Apparently,
you can. Yeah. To make your what I don't know, but for is that to make your morning commute more palatable?
I'm not sure. I mean,
an entire culture of like trying to feel up people on crowded trains and things.
I'm not sure.
I think they do.
I remember when I was younger, what I used to get from vending machines was those Cadbury shortbread packs, chocolate shortbread. There's like 3 of them in a row.
Yeah,
they were yellow.
Cadbury's dib or whatever it was. Little Cadbury's fingers with a bit of chocolate. To get them 49p from the vending.
49p they were.
49p they were at the Plymouth Pavilion.
I've made a GIF of Paul shaking his junk. Give me both your artworks for free as a thank you. You'll have to tweet the GIF of Paul shaking his junk.
I really don't want to see that.
You did it.
Well, that was in the spirit of the heat wave. The heat wave COVID. It was COVID heat wave.
You know, you reapeth as you soweth.
I was repossessed. Leslie Nielsen.
Father, may I? Yes, you may. How's this turned into a Peter Kay routine? Did he talk about melon pants?
What? Do you remember melon pants? No, he didn't. I don't know what that means.
I have, John, and tagged you both in it. I'm going to check Twitter to see if she has. Hang on.
Oh, God, I really don't want to know.
Let me check. I'm checking live on air.
I didn't give you my permission, so you may not. No, I don't give a fuck. It's fine.
She has! Oh, my God.
Is it repulsive?
It's not for me to say.
Do you feel a little bit? Do you feel like 1%?
Good God, Claire, what have you done? What have you done?
Do you feel 1% turned on?
I feel minus 110% turned on. It's disturbing. It's really disturbing.
Is it because there's a lot going on, or just because
there's a lot going on? Let's just say that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll
what has happened to us?
I'll watch that later on and then kill myself later.
John Cougar Melon Pants. Not me. Pop. It's him.
Who died today in shame?
This show that died today.
I got carried away in the schutzpah of things.
And now you're a GIF.
All right. Well, that's awful. So let's try and redress the balance. Stop looking at it. Stop looking at it.
If Claire can email it to me, I'll put it in the screen right now.
Well,
But
no,
I'm
I
not doing
don't know.
I'll save it for next week.
I'm not even going to look on Twitter now for the next 10 years.
I'm not going to retweet it. Don't worry.
I'm off Twitter now.
Hmm.
Let's
Hmm.
pay a final visit to Blankety Blank.
Oh yeah, we should. Let's
Yeah.
do that. Let's fucking do that.
And appearing tonight on
Blankety blank, blankety blank,
Billy Dainty,
blankety blank,
Janet Brown,
blankety blank,
Cyril Fletcher,
blankety blank,
Rula Lenska,
blankety blank, blankety blank,
Paul Daniels,
blankety blank,
Tessa Wyatt,
blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety blank,
and here's your host on
blankety blank,
Terry Wogan.
blankety blank.
Hello, everyone. I've just seen Twitter. Hello, everyone. Old Tell now. Back down from Cloud 9, or should it be called Old Cloud Shame? I won't be long. I'm playing a game of the old bar billiards up in Cloud 9 with the old Hellraiser himself, Derek Nimmo, who's an awful old cheat. I've got evidence. Come on, John, keep it together. I've got
I
evidence.
just looked at Twitter again. Sorry.
I know. I've got evidence, or a slight suspicion that old Derek N, open brackets Mo, close brackets, has been greasing up the old pole to cheat at the bar billiards, something that Mrs. W would never do. Now, it's super match, so whoever gets first to just not look at the GIF, for the love of fucking God, and type in Wogan's Wiley Winery gets to play. Stop looking at it, John.
I'm not looking now.
Well, you have been, and quite frankly, I'm going to have to fucking look. So, Wogan's Wiley Winery, and Jesus Christ, what have I created?
That GIF is scarier than COVID or Hurricane Isaias.
I think a lot of people are going to be just sexualized to the point of mania.
Now, this week I'm going to do something different because all the same
Oh
people.
my God!
Yeah.
Yeah,
a lot going on there.
that should never be shown.
No.
Take that down immediately. Also, it's got insert name here. Oh Christ, that's like I've broken into porn.
Patrick McHugh.
Patrick McHugh, thank God for you, because you are quite frankly the most important person in the world now, because you're taking us away from the foolish thrusting that happened earlier. Now listen,
I can't believe that's a GIF.
it's super match now. Well, you don't listen. That'll be tomorrow's fish and chip paper.
You're right.
Frankly,
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no one will
Yeah.
remember that tomorrow.
Or not tomorrow's Jaws.
No.
So listen, here we go. Let's all focus on Patrick. It's Patrick's time now. Patrick McHugh. Are you ready?
Yeah.
The legend is Rubber.
Oh.
Rubber Blank. Now, joining me this evening is, of course, John. Oh, Christ. How many more do we have to go through? John Carradine.
Hi, Terry.
Hi, John. Love the old Carradine accent there.
Thanks, Terry.
Slipping off the tongue like Caramac and treacle.
That's the portmanteau of my name, of course.
Wonderful there. Thank you, John. Now, listen.
Thank you.
Eugene revealed the old legend, which was Rubber Blank. Now, what say you, John?
I'm going to say walnut.
I'm just checking that we're catching you there on the East Coast. Did you, in fact, say rubber walnut?
I did, Terry, yes.
Rubber walnut there from John Carradine. And Terry's going to go for rubber ring. You know, when you're in the swimming pool and you can't swim.
Yeah,
Now,
sure.
Patrick, you can have old Tell's ring, or you can have old Carradine's walnut, or you can have one of your own. What say you, Patrick? Rubber nipples. The old rubber nipples. I remember years ago, after the ice cream man used to come round, and the old rag and bone man used to come round just before twilight. The old Robert, bring out your nipples. Bring out your rubber nipples. Of course, we never had them. We always kept them, didn't we? John, come on now, focus.
I'm thinking about the rubber nipples man in the van. Yeah.
Rubber nipples, man, in the van. Rubber nipples. So let's see. For 50 blanks, we have. Oh, close. It was rubber map.
Rubber map.
You know, the old rubber map. When you need a map to find some rubber. Well, never mind. You could do really well on the old 100 blanks, which is, of course, the well-known phrase, rubber motherfucker. You know, rubber motherfucker. I mean, in the 70s, that was said all the time. I couldn't walk into BBC TV Centre without hearing rubber motherfucker being tossed around with gay abandon. But listen, your nipples could be 150 blanks, Patrick.
They could, Patrick.
For 150 blanks, the most popular answer was, of course, rubber casino. Rubber casino. So, unfortunately, no winners again. Never mind. I mean, it's a tough old game, the super match.
It is.
You know, we'll be back with some more next time, and I'm sure someone will win that transistor radio. But you keep your rubber nipples in tow. I'll go to bed a bit later and lament a gift that has been created in my name that should never have been without express permission and a waiver form signed at least. Anyway, that's all tell off. Avanti!
And appearing tonight on
Blankety blank, blankety blank,
Billy Dainty,
blankety blank,
Janet Brown,
blankety blank,
Cyril Fletcher,
blankety blank,
Rula Lenska,
blankety blank, blankety blank,
Paul Daniels,
blankety blank,
Tessa Wyatt.
blankety blank, blankety blank, blankety.
There you go. Blankety blank. I wanted to give you an update on Giftgate.
No,
I wanted to give you an update.
Yeah,
No.
take it down, take it down, take it
No,
down. Take
no,
it
I
down,
wanted to
take
tell
it
you what
down.
some people have said in the comments. All right.
Right.
Now, our friend Dan Thomas has said, "Oh Jesus God."
Mhm,
Jonathan Roberts has said, "Good God, melon pants."
mhm.
Diana said, "Astounding."
Thank
so
you.
get- the good ladies are into it. Deborah says, "Oh my God, ha ha ha."
Fine.
Katie says, "I'm aroused."
Then I have done my work.
And Matt Crow, is it Matt Crow? Sorry, Matt. It says Matt. He just says, "Dear Lord."
Yeah.
So there we go.
So there's a
Giftgate.
lot of people just Giftgate.
Giftgate.
You see,
This is it. If I'd have shown my shorts, I'd be in a GIF as well, and I haven't done that. So.
what, just standing up and showing your shorts?
Well, to be fair, I would stand up and just show my shorts. I wouldn't pelvic thrust like you have, unfortunately, done. Which is now a
Well,
GIF.
Well, it's the heat, it's COVID, it's the spirit of things.
You are very much like that film, Body Heat,
I'm very much body heat. Yeah.
where they all
I'm
lose
very
their minds because
Body
it's so hot and do murders and sex.
Yeah. Basically, what I did is the bit where is the vagina shot where she crosses her legs in
Basic
One of-
Instinct.
no, in one of our dinosaurs is missing.
Joan Sims does that, yeah.
Yeah.
Claire says, "We've all had our fun. I will take it down." So Claire's going to remove your GIF.
I don't give a shit, but maybe you should, because do you know what? I don't give a fuck. It's fine. But maybe you should. I don't know.
I'll save it for future tweets.
Yeah, perfect. Thank
Claire's
you.
keeping it for her personal collection. Litchfield's loopy length. There you go. See, I mean, we're not just here for the fun. We're also here to provide erotic content, it turns out.
Good old yellow pages. We're not just here for the awful things in life. We're also here for a cock swinging and a pair of nylon melon pants.
Yes, my name. Yes, it's Melon Pants.
Melon cock swing. Du, 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 du.
Do I
No,
pronounce it GIF
yeah,
or
yeah.
GIF? It's
Yeah, go on.
GIF, I think. No,
Yeah,
is it GIF or GIF? It's GIF. Is it GIF or GIF? I think it's GIF.
It's GIF. It's not like
Pronounce it
GIF.
How was that YouTube thing tonight? Pretty good. At one point, the one with the tiny feet danced in a pair of melon pants, then drew Moomin shitting. I think we found out a lot about each other this evening, don't you?
I think we have. Well, yeah. I mean, to be honest, the Moomin shitting on the Easter Island heads I got from you, so that's more you than me.
True.
That's
Okay.
what I picked up.
Yeah.
So I won't be blamed for that. I'll be blamed for many things this evening, but not that.
The Litchfields are the ones that won't be blamed for nothing.
No, for the love of God, no, we won't. Okay, so we're in the cool down moment of the show now. We're just going to sort of ease it down. Oof. It's been a hectic 2 hours, John.
It has. There's a packed show these days.
They are, aren't they?
Especially with you flashing everyone.
Well, no one's seen actual flesh of any kind.
It's true.
They've just seen citrus-based material over flesh.
To be fair, I'm waiting till 10:58. I'm going to get my knob out.
Is that how you're going to close it?
I was thinking if we're still doing this at New Year's, I'll do it for New Year's. I'll have like a sparkler tied to it. And we'll count down the inches. 10, 9, as it slowly decreases in girth and length as I'm embarrassed.
And then at the end, it just explodes into a Catherine wheel of lament.
The pool pants. No, sorry. Dan says the pool pants gif is the video from the ring.
Yeah. You don't want that crawling at the telly at you, do you?
Bullseye next week.
I have thought about how we could incorporate other quiz show elements into the show, but it's like 3, 2, 1. But there's actually no genuine fun in 3, 2, 1.
There isn't. I was thinking, only because the first time I met you, you did that outstanding Chris Tarrant impression. I was thinking, who wants to be a millionaire? But then Blankety Blank's so much fun, so why mess with it?
Yeah, Blankety Blank's fun. Who wants to be a millionaire? Maybe.
It's not as much fun, though, is it?
No, I don't know. Yeah, possibly. Maybe we'll have
It's
a little
different ball game, though, isn't it? Supermatch game's fun because it's half a word.
Yes, it's half a word, half a thought, and half a minute's work. From
Melons are cucurbitals rather than citrus.
Oh, okay. Oh no, you're absolutely right, Katie. You're absolutely right. Yeah.
See, our lot know their stuff. Bruce's Price is Right.
Yeah, I did consider Brucey's Price is Right.
No, I did. The week you unfortunately couldn't be here because of your abscess, which I'm going to have to think about soon if you're not here on holiday.
Yeah, but that's not for another 3 weeks. So don't
Well,
worry.
that's what I'm saying. I have to think about it.
And also, I probably might not be going. I mean, who knows what's going to happen in the next 3 weeks?
Well, there's no quarantine with Greece, is there? You're all right there.
No, but it could be a quarantine in Greece that they might announce tonight at 2 in the morning, and we won't know. So I don't know.
But anyway, if you do go away, because I did Family Fortunes last time, and I think it might have worked a bit, but I'll have to think of something else.
I think Brucey's play your cards right, but it doesn't have to be cards. It needs to be something else, like play your casseroles right, higher than a beef and onion.
Play your melon pants right.
Mushroom and fucking whatever.
I think Paul will be under house arrest after tonight, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it might be. I think I might be in trouble deep.
Naked Jungle, but with melon pants.
Hey, I need the work.
John, please pronounce Aberon. Is it? Aberarion?
I think that's a song by
Brian Ferry.
Brian Ferry, isn't it?
And now the party's over.
I'm so
tired.
Now I
Librarian.
She's a librarian.
Ian McShane did a cover of that, didn't he? Avalon.
It's 32p. Librarian. It's still late, you fucker.
What I should do is I should reach for the old guitar and play us all a song. I'm not going to do that. Catchphrase, but it's revealing what's in Paul's pants, pixel by pixel. What's Mr. Paul doing in this photo?
Fiddly-diddly-diddly-diddly. Oh, you've released the old M square. Let's see what that is. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Zoe says, "What's on your T-shirt?" The same as it was earlier.
Hey, John, come on.
We had
now.
this question earlier.
Well, Zoe doesn't know.
It's Master Day from Total Recall.
There you go. It's lovely.
Now the party's over.
I'm so tired.
I'm in a Brian Ferry mood.
Yeah, I might listen to a bit of Brian Ferry after this.
I tell you what, his first solo album
Yeah,
is amazing.
deeply racist, but
No, it's amazing.
yeah, but deeply.
And the sexiest song in the world is a Brian Ferry song called what is it for tomorrow?
Fuck Panther.
Fuck Pump.
Fuck Panther Pump.
Punchlines with Benny Lennett. Now I have to pick you up. Benny Lennett did Lucky Ladders.
Lucky Ladders. Remember the theme is brilliant.
Iberian is famous for a tremendous seafood restaurant and a racist carnival float. I have to take your word for that.
Wow.
Now the party's over.
I'm so tired.
Yeah. Slave to Love is a classic. It is. His first album, though, is like a cover of
Slave
old
to Love
classics.
is a thing of fucking beauty.
Yes, there's a Brian Ferry song called This Is
Avalon.
Tomorrow. Oh.
Good, fun, joy.
And my favorite Brian Ferry song, of course, is Melon Pants Are Over.
I'm
Now
so
you're
tired.
pelvic thrusting. It's been made into a gift all over. Now you're busting.
arrested. Dun, dun, dun.
John, what's in your pants? I'll let you into a secret.
Oh, don't tell me you're commando.
No. I recently bought a like box set of pants from Next, and it's like every color in the rainbow. So every day is exciting. It's a different variety of color.
See, the first time I ever went to Slovakia with to meet Martinka's parents, which was about 12 years ago, we went during a heat wave that was a bit like this. It was ridiculously hot. And when we turned up to the house, obviously I sleep butt naked no matter what. Even in winter, I'm butt naked.
Unnecessary information, but sure.
Well, it's necessary to me. I'm always naked, quite frankly.
Paul, you're turning on all our viewers.
Well, I hope so. I'm constantly nude at most opportunities. But I was
Christ,
sleeping.
this show's very sexy this week.
I was sleeping, and this is the very first night I've turned up in Slovakia, and I was laid in bed in the morning, and the mum opens the door, and I've got a half Nelson erection.
Oh God!
And I'm completely nuddy and with nothing on me, and she was like, "Oh."
I mean, who's this story for?
Well, it's more for. Well, it's fact, really. It's just fact. This is the thing they'll play on Crime Watch. Like, can you? Yeah, it's terrible.
I'll then cut from this.
I was a nudist as a child up until about the age 10.
I'll cut from this to the newsreader going, Paul Edgefield, who died today.
Who died today of shame. But I was a nudist up until about the age of 10. My mum said I could never keep clothes on.
Sure.
It's terrible. I'm the same now. I mean, I'll be in Greece. When I go to Greece in 3 weeks, if I go, I'll be arrested after 8 minutes of getting off the plane. I'll just be cock out, bum out. Hey, holiday!
Are you taking your melon pants?
My melon pants will come with me. Yes, they will come with me, but I might give them a burial at sea.
I think you should. Seaman.
Oh, John. Oh, Jonathan.
Yes, I had to cheapen it, didn't I? Hip
Cheap it.
thrusting, pelvic thrusting pant man.
Well, I'm
I
so
had to
sorry.
cheap it.
but It's perishingly hot still. I
It
mean,
is warm.
it's perishingly hot.
And I
that's-
keep flicking to Twitter to see if that gift's gone. It hasn't.
Well, it should. It should be gone. It should be gone now and deleted and surrounded in salt and blessed by the appropriate vicars and sent back to hell where it came from.
But talking of gone, we've run out of time.
We
ladies and
have.
gentlemen.
It's been another ram-pack show. of
But do yourself a favour. Go away from here tonight and put on Brian Ferry's This Is Tomorrow.
Yeah, I might do that actually.
And
I was
enjoy it.
thinking of putting on David Bowie a bit later, Station to Station, which I adore.
In this world of grand illusion, you
Yeah.
walk into my life.
Thinking
into
a bit of
my
Station to Station because I fucking adore it.
Yeah, do that.
I'm not sure.
But put on This Is Tomorrow by Brian Ferry, because there's a bit halfway through where it turns into a musical pornography. It's amazing.
And you've had a lot of that tonight, so.
Oh, I've had too much tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us this week.
Yeah, thank you, everyone. You're brilliant because, as we'll be doing this on a Friday to just.
While you're all away to look at Paul's time warp that he was doing earlier.
If you look at that, you'll get pregnant. Your eyes will get pregnant.
It's true.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, we'll see you next week if we're still broadcasting and Paul isn't locked away. And we look forward to it, because every week it's fun doing this show, but it's more fun knowing you're all out there being nice.
It's in the same position as us.
Not this week. But God bless you all, and we'll see you next week. Love you all so much.
Thank you so much, everyone. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.